In his utterly amazing book, Listening to God, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin of Efrat, Israel, relates a very powerful story. As a child in the late 1940s, growing up in the Williamsburg section of Brooklyn, he once went to daven in the little shtibel of the Rebbe of Klosenberg, Rabbi Kusil Yehuda Halberstam of blessed memory. The Klosenberger Rebbe was a true giant. He lost his wife and 11 children in the Holocaust, but his spirit never broke. After the war, he settled in America, revived his Hasidic community, and then later relocated to Israel, where, among other great things, he established the famous Lanyado Hospital in Netanya. That particular Shabbos that Rabbi Riskin visited the shtibel was the week of our Torah portion, Behar-Bechukosai. This portion contains the infamous section known as the Tochacha, the rebuke, where we read a whole list of curses that will befall the Jewish people if they abandon Hashem and His holy Torah. The custom is that no one is called up for this aliyah. Instead, the reader takes it for himself and reads the rebuke in a lower, hushed tone. The same, of course, happened in the Klosenberger Rebbe Shul. The reader did what he always did, what everybody does, lowering his voice and reading softly. Suddenly, the Rebbe shouted in Yiddish, "Hecher! Hecher! Louder!" The reader was confused. He was just following tradition. He thought maybe he didn't hear right, so he continued reading in the undertone. But the Rebbe continued screaming, "Hecher! Hecher! Let Hashem hear what is being read. All these curses have already been fulfilled. Now there must only be blessings for our people." The story, of course, speaks for itself. But on a personal note, I'd like to give it a different twist. But just before that, check your screen just under the video, give us a like, hit the subscribe button so you get notified of all our new content the second it's published. This Shabbos is very close to my heart. It marks 36 years, double chai, since my dear wife Ruti and I merited to embark on our holy mission to be the Rebbe's shluchim, emissaries here in Sherman Oaks. Thank God today our community is flourishing on all levels. We are serving every demographic, providing children, teens, young professionals, adults and seniors with authentic and enriching Jewish experiences. But just like everything wonderful, it didn't start off easy. It didn't start off rosy. I remember when we could barely scrape together a minyan. I remember the efforts trying to convince parents to give their children an authentic Jewish education. And I remember the frustration when it didn't work out. I remember the time when we struggled financially, and I remember the embarrassment of putting together events and hardly anyone showed up. These were times when it seemed like God was giving us His own techacha, His own rebuke. And I'll be honest, there were moments when I thought I should read it in an undertone. Maybe it's not worth all the work. Maybe it's not my destiny. Maybe I'm not up to it. I'll tone it down and that's it. But here comes the holy Klosenberger Rebbe's lesson. Hecher! Hecher! When God brings challenges, the response is not to be quiet, is not to do it in undertone, but actually to be louder. Indeed, Baruch Hashem, we didn't back down. We intensified our work. We brought down more shluchim couples to partner with us. And in the end, Hashem brought us tremendous success. This is the Jewish answer to difficulty and struggle. Never stop. Never give up. Instead, chazak, chazak, v'nis chazek. Let's get stronger and stronger and even yet stronger. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom u'mevarach.